In about 4 weeks' time, Football Manager 23 beta drops, and the Manager Seat Quartet has got together with a very special guest. We've travelled very far for this one. So the 5 of us today have got some brilliant ideas. They're what we want from Football Manager 23. Before we get into our ideas, let me know yours. Comments down below, and no doubt opinions will be vast for this one. FM23 is coming in. What do you want? What do you want from the game? Pop it down below, let us know. We're keen to hear. So let's start off in the deep end with one of the most intelligent people in the manager seat, is Llama.
FM23 wish list, here we go. Number 1, what about more realistic goalkeepers in the match engine? The outfield players are superb, but goalkeepers are still moonwalking it behind for a corner like they're Michael Jackson, diving after the ball's already hit the back of the net. What about them occasionally picking up an injury in game, or heavens forbid, giving away a penalty, or even getting sent off? Number 2, I'd love to see greater information coming through about potential youth intakes, maybe even making some decisions about players before youth intake day. What about a conversation with your head of youth development saying, we've got a great prospect in our youth team, but he's got a spineless personality. Do you want to keep him or get rid of him? I'd love the option to say, if they're spineless, save me a job on intake day, ditch him now, but then he comes back to score against you at a later date. And for number 3, what about some new leagues to play in? FM22 was a blessing. It brought us the Latvian top division with 8 teams, the first new league we'd had for a while. What about some more leagues in Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Morocco, Egypt, to make our saves and our journeymen a more varied experience? I
am a sucker for a journeyman, mate, so they are very good ideas indeed, and you're spot on. Goalkeepers, man. What's the point of them? Okay, let's follow that one up with stingers. What have you got for us, mate?
Right, for FM23, there's 3 main things that I want. The first is sort VAR out. I am sick to death of every decision going to VAR.
Angry or whatever, it's just... wow.
Every decision, and if it does go to VAR, you always know the result, so at least make it a bit more unpredictable. And that ties into my second one, which is goal line technology. What is the point? Has anyone ever in the world had a goal overturned, disallowed with a goal line technology thing? Nope. And the third one is one I think loads of people are going to want. It's more flexibility on set pieces, whether it be a set piece coach or just give us the ability to pick players out rather than just say near post, far post, in the middle. Let us move players around a bit more freely, a bit more flexible in attack and defence.
Oh, mate. Set piece creator, s'il vous plaît. We need that indeed. And I tell you what, when everybody is agreeing with you in the comments right now, make sure you check out that description, because we're giving away a free copy of Football Manager 23. And have a look down below, and it will tell you exactly how to get that copy. What are we saying, Leo? What do you want?
For FM23, I really hope to see 2 improvements. First of all, I agree with Stinger on these set piece improvements, but I want to see some international training. And I say training, but I mean literally anything, like training camps, team building, work on your tactical familiarity, you name it, any of that will do. And the second thing I am really hoping for is graphics. And I'm not talking about the in-game menu stuff, that all looks fine, but stuff like new gen faces, the pitch when you're actually playing a match, I mean, come on. And I know this is a very controversial topic because hey, it's not FIFA. I know, but for me personally, the graphics quality between FIFA and Football Manager is kind of like the size of Texas. Yeehaw! So I am praying that Sports Interactive has done something about the match engine, at least make those pitches look better, make those player movements look a little more natural, and I'll be just fine.
Ah, mate, spot on. We did a video on the channel not too long ago, link up there, between the Football Manager 12, Football Manager 22. Insane. It almost looks like they flipped. Pitches back then are better, man. Okay, I've got one improvement. I'm not greedy like the other boys in the manager seat, only one I need. And mine is quite simple. It's all to do with youth intake day. Now, in Football Manager this year, we've got the transfer deadline day. Let's take a look. One of the best additions in the last Football Manager was the introduction of deadline day. It's got a different feel. It takes you into a separate, new, fresh part of the game. And this really can be used for youth intake day. And it can be done literally on this page like we've got in front of us. So within transfer deadline day, you've got your agent offers. And I really like this part. It's an element of the game. The Football Manager is just scratching the surface on agents. So alongside your usual youth intake, agents can now tout their own talent. You've got this wonder kid from South America who comes to you, and you can take a punt that this guy is going to be amazing. For example, you could just have a picture, a name, position, personality, and their strengths and weaknesses. And then maybe you could scout a little bit to the attributes and masks, and you can only pick up maybe 5 or 6. I think this would add such more excitement. So as well as your youth intake, which, let's be honest, is genuinely rubbish, especially if you're in the lower leagues, there could be some players from a random country, from a random agent that you've built a relationship with because some of the players you've had and you get along well. It means that you could end up with a superstar in your team. Because the way it is now, it doesn't feel special. You kind of get to youth intake day, you just got names and stars, and that's it. It doesn't take a pause in time like the transfer deadline day, an opportunity to find that one star that would make the difference to your club and your save. And that's it for me. I'm not being greedy, like I said, just the one addition I would like for Football Manager 23. Oh, and set pieces, graphics, better match engine, graphics engine, some new positions, yeah, maybe some of those. Stop being greedy. Stop. So, time for our special guest. We have literally gone down under for this one. We've brought Footy Manager TV on board to give us his one wish for Football Manager 23, and this one's a good one.
What I would like to see in FM23 is 3D training. And I remember back in Championship Manager 2010, I remember that distinctly, that, yeah, I really enjoyed it when that was introduced to the game, just as something different. You can, watch your players training. And right now, we're so many years into FM, and we don't really have a viewing of training outside of just seeing ratings of the performances. So yeah, I'd love to see what everyone else thinks about that.
Legit didn't even know that existed. All the way back then in Championship Manager, that is a great idea. Imagine you could actually go into training, watch them. It would add such a deeper level to training, wouldn't it? I'm all for that, John. Great idea, mate. And also, if you are a fan of Football Manager TV, link up there. Pop on over to his channel. So there you have it, the wishes of 5 Football Manager veterans. We're not old, we're veterans. And like I said, I'd love to know your wishes for Football Manager 23. Pop them down below in the comments. Let's see if we can predict the future. And fingers crossed, we've got a brilliant game coming our way in just over 4 weeks. It's going to fly by. And don't forget, free copy of Football Manager 23 down below in the description. Head on over to our Discord, and there's a nice explanation how you can get that free game. And hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out this video. Coming up next, you're going to love it.